Hello guys and welcome to another video on DJ Vlogs. Now today I'm going to be reviewing Now Yearbook 1980 to 1984, the final chapter on standard CD, special edition CD and 3LP gold vinyl. So first of all, let's have a look at the cover artwork. Now this of course is the cover artwork. I will of course review the standard edition first, then of course I'll review the special edition, then of course I'll review that vinyl. Of course we have the cover artwork here, which of course is the same for all three versions. I absolutely love this cover artwork. I think it looks absolutely amazing. We of course have the title there, Now Yearbook 80 to 84, of course that being abbreviated. Instead of saying 1980 to 1984, they've of course put 80 to 84, but I really do like that. Of course we have the word now in each letter and of course in a different colour, and of course the main colour there is gold. But looking at the background, we of course have a background that goes from gold at the top sort of right down to like white and the bottom, which looks quite nice. At the top there of course does say the final chapter. Of course making a return for this release, we have that multicoloured strip at the bottom. So before I show you the disc artwork, there's something inside that I want to show you. So we have an advertisement for Now Yearbook 1980, Now Yearbook 1981, Now Yearbook 1982, Now Yearbook 1983 and Now Yearbook 1984, which of course are all available now. And I haven't in fact reviewed these albums. If you would like to have a look at my review of any of these albums, you can do. That will be on the Now Review playlist on this channel. So now let's have a look at the disc artwork. So this here is disc 1. I absolutely love this. I think it looks really nice. We of course have that title at the top there, Now Yearbook 1980 to 1984. And what I really do like with that, of course, is they put 81 side and 84 the other side, which I think looks really nice. I absolutely love that. Again, for the background of the disc, we have what looks very much similar to that background on the front cover. So we have what goes from sort of gold at the top, so it sort of fades down and goes a little bit lighter as we go to the bottom, which I do really like. And of course, just at the bottom there, it says CD1. Moving on to CD2, again, we have a very similar design on this disc. We still, of course, have the title up there, and we still have the same colour for the background, that sort of gold colour that fades down to white. And of course, at the bottom there, it says CD2. And now let's have a look at CD3. So this here is CD3, again, very similar to those last two discs. Of course, still have the title at the top there in the same font and same design. Again, we of course have the same colours for that background, and at the bottom there, it says CD3. And now let's have a look at CD4. So this here is CD4. Again, it is very similar to those last three discs. Still, of course, have that title there. Of course, still have the same colour background, and just the bottom there, it says CD4. So now let's have a look at the track list. Now, of course, you have the track list on the back here. So CD1, CD2, CD3, and of course CD4. And when you open up the album and have a look inside, this of course is where disc 1 will be. We have the full track list there for disc 1. Turn it around, you got the full track list there for disc 2, and so on. So with CD1 we have 19 songs, with CD2 we have 20 songs, with CD3 we have 22 songs, and with CD4 we have 20 songs, of course making up that 81 song track list. So starting off with CD1, we're Freedom by Wham, we got Love Is a Stranger by Eurythmics, Oh Superman by Laura Anderson, Sat in Your Lap by Kate Bush, What Difference Does It Make by The Smiths, Wire by Bronski Beat, When Am I Gonna Make a Living by Sade, War Baby by Tom Robinson, Shipbuilding by Robert Wall, Rammed and Round by Spandau Ballet, Take a Chance With Me by Roxy Music, So Lonely by Police, Nelson Mandela by The Specials, Our Lips Are Sealed by Funboy 3, Kiss the Bride by Elton John, The Longest Time by Billy Joel, Love on the Rocks by Neil Diamond, and ending CD1 we have We All Stand Together by Paul McCartney. And if we move on to CD2, we start off with Na Na Hey Hey by Bananarama, Water on Glass by Kim Wilde, Thunder in the Mountains by Toya, Him by Ultranox, Talk Talk by Talk Talk, Tesla Girls by Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark, Hyperactive by Thomas Dolby, Crushed by the Wheels of the Industry by Heaven 17, Someone Somewhere by Simple Minds, Where the Heart Is by Soft Cell, Louise by the Human League, Hide and Seek by Howard Jones, Human Racing by Nick Kershaw, Lay Your Hands on Me by Thompson Twins, Hang On Now by Kajagoogoo, The Medal Song by Culture Club, and ending CD2 we have Move Over Darling by Tracy Ullman. And if we move on to CD3, we start off with Run to the Hills by Iron Maiden, we've got Modern Girl by Meatloaf, Day After Day by Pretenders, Human Touch by Rick Springfield, The Lucky One by Laura Branigan, Hard Habit to Break by Chicago, Say It Isn't So by Del Hall and John Oates, Better Be Good to Me by Tina Turner, One Thing Leads to Another by The Fix, Grey Day by Madness, Cherry O Baby by BB40, Solid Bond in Your Heart by The Style Council, Just Got Lucky by Joe Boxers, Got the Beat by The Go-Go's, D-Days by Hazel O'Connor, Mr. Girl by The Creatures, Everything's Gone Green by New Order, Silver by Echo and the Bunnymen, 18 Carat Love Affair by The Associates, and ending CD3 we have Cantonese Boy by Japan. And if you move on to CD4, we start off with Running with the Night by Lionel Richie, we've got Lovers in Control by Donna Summer, Friends by Shalimar, I'm So Excited by the Bunch Sisters, Waiting for a Train by Flash in the Pan, Forget Me Nots by Patrice Rushen, Fresh by Call on the Gang, Stay With Me Tonight by Jeffrey Osborne, Treat Her Like a Lady by The Temptations, Mr. Solitaire by Animal Nightlife, Don't Stop That Crazy Rhythm by Modern Romance, More Stars by Stars on 45, Piece of Action by Bucks Fizz, Words by F.R. David, When He Shines by Sheila Easton, Coward of the Country by Kenny Rogers, Susanna by The Art Company, Seven Tears by Goombay Dance Band, and ending CD4 and ending the album, we have Save Your Love by Rennie and Renato. So those there were most of the songs from the track list. I absolutely love the track list. There's so many incredible songs in there. I absolutely love it. So now let's have a look at Now Yearbook 1980 to 1984 on Special Edition CD. So this, of course, here is Now Yearbook 1980 to 1984, of course, on Special Edition CD. Again, we still have, of course, have the same cover artwork there. I won't go into any detail about this cover artwork, as it's exactly the same as the cover artwork that we did have on the standard CD. So when we open up the album, of course, have disc 1 and disc 2. Won't be showing you the discs, as they are exactly the same discs as we, of course, did have on the standard CD. And when, of course, you turn on over, it says Welcome to the Now 1980 to 1984 Yearbook, the final chapter. So we have loads of information about the year, and of course a little bit of information about just a few of the songs included on here. And when we turn on over, we of course have the full track listing, and of course we have this for every single song on here, which includes the singles artwork as well as some information about each song on here. And we also have a quiz with many questions about the songs on here, as well as other events that happened, of course, between 1980 to 1984. And when you turn to the back, we have CD3 and of course CD4, and again I won't be showing you these as they're exactly the same as the CDs we had on the standard CD. Of course, when you turn right to the back here, of course, is the full track listing. Again, that full track list is exactly the same as that standard CD, hence why of course we'll not be showing you and going into any detail about that track list. Now let's have a look at Now Yearbook 1980 to 1984, the final chapter on vinyl. Now this of course here is Now Yearbook 1980 to 1984, the final chapter on vinyl. I absolutely love this. I think it looks really nice. The cover artwork here is exactly the same, so I won't go into any detail about this cover artwork as it is exactly the same as both CD editions. So now let's have a look at one of the vinyls. So this here is one of the vinyls. I absolutely love this. I think it looks really nice. We of course have the logo in the middle there, Now Yearbook 1980 to 1984, the final chapter, which looks really nice. I absolutely love that. And also we have that multicolored strip going right the way around there, which looks really nice. And at the top there it says LP1 side A. This of course here is LP1 side A, and I will only be showing you one of these vinyls as they all are exactly the same. But for the vinyl, I absolutely love this. I think they've gone for a great color. We of course have gold, which looks really nice. I think this is probably one of the best vinyls they've done, especially in terms of color. I think it looks absolutely amazing. I absolutely love it. So now let's have a look at the track list. So of course I will be going through the track list. This here is the track list. So we have LP1 side A and LP1 side B, LP2 side A and LP2 side B, and then LP3 side A and LP3 side B. So with LP1 side A, we have Freedom by Wham, we got Love Is a Stranger by Rhythmix, Oh Superman by Laurie Anderson, Sat in Your Lap by Kate Bush, Absolute by Squirty Volitti, and ending LP1 side A, we have Why by Bronski Beat. And if we move on to LP1 side B, we have What Difference Does It Make by the Smiths, Just Who Is the 5 O'Clock Hero by the Jam, So Lonely by the Police, Nelson Mandela by the Specials, 11 O'Clock TikTok by U2, Everything's Gone Green by New Order, Someone Somewhere by Simple Minds, and ending LP1 side B, we have Cantonese Boy by Japan. And if we move on to LP2 side A, we have Na Na Hey Hey by Bananarama, we have Water on Glass by Ken Wild, Thunder in the Mountains by Toya, Miss the Girl by The Creatures, Desperate But Not Serious by Adamant, The Medal Song by Culture Club, Fresh by Call on the Gang, and ending LP2 side A, we have Running with the Night by Lionel Richie. If we move on to LP2 side B, we have Him by Ultravox, We Are Glass by Gary Newman, Tesla Girls by Orchestral Manoeuvres in the Dark, Living on the Ceiling by Black Minaj, Lay Your Hands on Me by Thompson Twins, Human Racing by Nick Kershaw, and ending LP2 side B, we have Hide and Seek by Howard Jones. If we move on to LP3 side A, we have Lovers in Control by Donna Summer, we got Friends by Shalimar, Stay With Me Tonight by Jeffrey Osborne, I'm So Excited by the Pointer Sisters, Waiting for a Train by Flash in the Pan, Shake a Chance With Me by Roxy Music, and ending LP3 side A, we have Round and Around by Spandau Ballet. And moving on to LP3 side B, we have Running to the Hills by Iron Maiden, we got Day After Day by The Pretenders, Better Be Good to Me by Tina Turner, Kiss the Bride by Elton John, The Longest Time by Billy Joel, Love on the Rocks by Neil Diamond, and ending LP3 side B, we have We All Stand Together by Paul McCartney. So that there was the track list for the vinyl. I absolutely love that. Of course the songs on there were taken from the standard CD, but of course there's a much condensed track list as they can't fit all the songs from the CD editions onto the track list. But I think they've done a great job with this album. I absolutely love this. Of course all these songs were songs that have never been on these Yearbook albums before, and I think they've done a great job with this. I absolutely love it. So of course this album was released on Friday. If you would like to get yourself a copy of this album, you can do. Of course I'll leave a link in the description down below if you'd like to go and get yourself a copy. You can of course get yourself a copy from all usual places, so Amazon, HMV's website, and of course Now Music's online store. And of course you also have got supermarkets and HMV stores, and for supermarkets they'll most likely only be selling the standard CD and possibly the vinyl if your local supermarket has a vinyl section. So that is it for for today's video. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please make sure you give it a massive thumbs up. Be much appreciated if you do. Also make sure you subscribe and enable notifications to be notified every time there's a new video, and make sure you follow my Instagram, my Twitter and my Snapchat. They'll be just aside right there, and links to my social medias will be in the description down below. Make sure you go following up on all of them. And guys, I'll see you soon for another YouTube video.